What's up, chaps? This Skids is back. Right about now, we've got a brand new video for you. My name's Skids. This is your boy Smash.
My name is Smash. And that, with his arm here, is your boy Gidds.
Ba-da-boom.
Today, we are driving a Volkswagen Golf GTI. We're just on the way to give it a bit of a clean up, and then we'll come back, yeah? Parts of these videos, we're going to rate the cars in 5 categories. 5 categories? Was that right? 5 categories. First category is exterior styling, exterior looks, whatever you want to call it. The exterior of the car. So this Polo GTI, the first thing I notice is a little bit lower than the predecessor.
Oh. I thought you were going to say the first thing you'll notice is it comes with beautiful accessory kits.
Yes, optional extra, £5,000. I'm sure that makes everybody want to buy it.
But in all seriousness,
the front of the car's changed quite significantly. Well, not significantly really. You've got the red GTI piping running through the headlights all the way along right to the other headlight. You've got the fogs and the daytime runners. You've got the front honeycomb grille. You've got the 17-inch GTI alloy wheels. As regards to the back of it, I can't see a thing right now because the sun is right in my eyes.
Put on my shades and wave to yesterday. The sunlight hurts my eyes.
What a wonderful rendition.
Yes, mate.
As regards to the back of it, you've got the twin exhaust tips, which sound just okay.
Just okay.
Right, so second is interior. I'm going to start with the boot. You see the boot's of generous size, I suppose, for a small car. You've left your magazine back.
Oh, never, mate. Can I have that back?
Yeah,
I was looking for that. I was actually looking for that. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for that.
So yeah, as far as a small car goes, it's a small car. It's smaller than the Golf. It's a Polo. It's always been a small car. The boot's adequate size. I mean, you've got plenty of bags in here and
things you probably shouldn't be going through.
Camping chairs.
Camping chairs.
With ears.
Yeah.
Right.
Because who don't love a good camping chair with a pair of ears?
As far as the inside goes, the steering wheel is pretty much the same, well it is the same as the Golf steering wheel with the flat bottom and the GTI logo in there. You've got your VW badge and all your controls to the left and the right, your paddles on the back. You've got the indicator stalks and the wipers. It's just beeped at me because something switched on, which you probably shouldn't have done.
Lovely jubbly.
So, Gidds, if you want to get into the dials.
Do I want to get into the dials?
As far as the dials are concerned, the active info display, they're slightly different to the ones in the Golf. You've got your temperature on this side. You've then got, there we go, there's my finger.
Yeah,
You've then got your fuel on this side, which is not a lot in this car. And the dials, the screen's a little bit smaller. But it is a smaller car, so I suppose it is going to be smaller. In the middle, you've got your infotainment system, which is exactly the same as in the Golf. This one hasn't got the nav, but it's exactly the same as in the Golf. It's slightly more flusher than the Golf, because it's sort of piano black, glass piano black all the way across. Down here, you've got your controls for your air conditioning, cold, hot, that's cold. Down here you've got 2 USB ports, whereas in the Golf there's only 1, so there's another bonus for the Polo owners. As usual, we're bringing the high roads back into the situation. The cubby space is actually a little bit bigger than the Golf. So, I mean, here's a phone case for my phone. I'm going to put your phone case in there, like that, so your phone could fit in there. And then you can get your Haribos in there.
Would you look at that?
And not being funny, when you're driving, you know what I mean? Shredding to sweets.
You know what I mean?
Shredding to sweets.
Because Of course, our Daniel loves digging straight into the sweet.
Yeah, so does. Yeah, thanks for that. Just below that, you've got engine start stop button. I think that's a slot for a card, maybe, or a business card, or a credit card, or something.
Who knows?
I don't know. I'm not going to try because it might just fall down into the abyss.
Who knows?
To the side of that, you've got automatic start stop to turn off. You've got traction control off. You've got your mode button to switch from individual, sport, eco, and such and such. You've then got a button to turn the parking sensors on and off. You've got obviously the gear selector, manual handbrake. The Golf has got electronic handbrake. The Polo manual handbrake. So if you're a bit of a Jack the Lad, a bit of a boyo, you can probably do some handbrake turns if you wish.
Oi, oi.
12-volt socket down here with the plug. The seats are the iconic GTI seats. I think they're a little bit smaller than the Golf seats. Obviously it's a smaller car, so why they would be a bit smaller. I can feel they're a bit smaller in fact, because obviously, as you know, I'm a larger mass gentleman, so I can feel a bit smaller. The middle thing, nice little bump on there.
Lovely little bump on there, isn't it?
The middle thing extends out, but what it doesn't do, like the Golf does, is it doesn't
just sit down and click.
You can't click for a nice comfortable position. It's either up or flat to the bottom.
Up and down.
In there you've got a cubbyhole space, which is somebody got some Ray-Bans.
Oh, lovely.
Which
3 Ray-Bans.
Which you can put some accessories in there, like a fried Mars bar or something.
Fried Mars bars, mate.
Fried Mars bar, lovely.
Or again down there in the bottom corner. Fried
Down
Mars
here,
bars,
fried
you know
Mars
what I mean?
bar. Might be a bit gucky, but why not? Glove box, smaller. In there you've got
Gloves.
space for gloves, maybe.
Yeah, gloves.
The doors. One thing I've noticed in the Polo, hard plastic. Not so much a great touch, VW, but you've got a nice bit of trim around the chrome door handles. You've got the lock buttons. You've got the standard window controls down below. You look on that door, and you'll notice the handles for the door. They haven't got any chrome bits around. It's just a solid black handle, very plain and boring. But
whatever you like.
I appreciate it is just a Polo and it's not a Golf. It's the baby version. I think that's it, really. It's pretty much similar to the Golf inside, to be fair. There's a few subtle differences, but it is pretty much the same as the Golf. So we've done exterior. We're going to show the back, actually. Now, if you would have passed me the camera, Gids.
Of course I can, sir. There you go.
Oh, hello. You want to get in?
Hello. That was very weird of me, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you want me to actually sit in here?
Yes.
The seat's a bit flat.
Now, the front seat is in the position where Gids was sat.
Oh.
So,
I'm not the smallest of chaps, guys.
Chaps. Now, as far as seating position in the back goes, with the, how would you say that is?
I'm comfy. I mean,
Okay.
if I wasn't wearing jeans as tight as this, I'd be a lot more comfortable.
Could you go on a 5-hour journey?
No.
So we've done the exterior, we've done the interior. Just to keep them to speed, what we're going to do is rate each one out of 10 at the end, so we get a score out of 50. So the next part was practicality. We've kind of covered it with interior, really, obviously with the boot space and the cubbyhole space for the Haribos.
Yeah.
And the deep fried Mars bars and the batter sausage and stuff. Comfort. As a larger mass gentleman, the driving position is alright, to be fair. The seats are a little bit smaller than the Golf, but they are hugging sports seats again. Long journey, I don't know. I haven't been on a long journey in these seats because they are a bit smaller than the Golf. But to be fair, it's pretty comfortable. Kids were just sat in the back. Probably wouldn't be able to go on a 5-hour journey, but
that's just because I'm massive.
For a short distance, I think it'd be fine, to be fair.
Yeah, for a short distance.
Again,
the plastic on the doors, again, makes it less uncomfortable.
The plastic on the doors, I mean, obviously your knee's going to be against the doors and the side here. It's a bit of hard plastic.
Rightio! So, we're taking it out for a spin because we're going to see what this performance is all about.
The engine is a 2-litre petrol engine. This 2-litre petrol engine produces 200 brake horsepower, turbocharged, obviously, so it can produce 200 brake horsepower. Obviously, slightly less in power compared to the Golf because it is just a Polo, but it is a GTI, so that's why it's packed with 200 brake horsepower. as far as I know, it hasn't got a limited slip diff. I don't think it has, but we'll soon see when we throw it around some bends.
I don't know why, just come to me. Okay then.
So we chucked it in sport. I've chucked it across. We're in manual mode, so I'm using the flappy paddles now. So we're going to give it a bit of a run for its money. A bit of the boost.
Alright, don't, yeah. It's got a bit of a kick, hasn't it? And it seems
It's
to
not
be
a lot of body rolls, to be fair.
It seems to be handling pretty well. But I'm not driving it, so you tell me.
The brakes are quite sharp, the throttle response is good, the power delivery is good, and to be fair, the 2-litre engine pushing out the 200 horsepower, it performs really well. It's a small car, it's lower than the predecessor, so the centre of gravity is a lot lower, so it does handle a lot better. Let's test the brakes.
Yeah, they work.
Yeah, the brakes are alright.
Wow.
It hasn't got a limited slip diff, but to be fair, you put the power down through the corner and it grips.
It grips,
to be fair.
Alright. Very, very nicely. Very, very nicely. Woo. Wow.
This is a lot of fun.
You know what? I actually feel quite comfortable. You're putting the foot down. Slow down. Alright, alright. Spoke too soon then. Nah, it wasn't too bad to be fair.
One thing I have noticed, Mr. Gitcham,
Woo. Wow. What have you noticed?
One thing I've noticed is you are kind of getting used to this stuff.
I am.
To be fair, it performs really well.
Very, very well.
On a country lane, it's very quiet, apart from this one car that's appeared out of nowhere. In the corners, it just grips. I mean, there's no body roll. I mean,
It's very nice.
I drove the predecessor of this, the old Polo GTI, and you stick it into the corners, and it felt like it were just leaning, and they were going to let go. I think it was because it was a bit high. The shape of it was just a bit high. It felt like it were going to let go, to be fair. So you didn't feel as confident to push it into the corners.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a vast improvement.
A vast improvement. Or a fast improvement.
A vast improvement. Overall verdicts.
Overall verdicts. That's for Yorkshires.
For Yorkshires.
Yeah.
So we started. We started with exterior styling. I'm going to give exterior styling, and if you agree, I'm going to give exterior styling a solid 8. And the reason I say that, the reason I say that is because I think it looks a lot better than the previous one, because it's sort of shorter, not as high, and I just think the lines and the headlights and everything, I think they've styled it a lot better than the previous one.
You know what? I think I'm going to agree with you. A solid 8 it is, because it's a very beautiful looking car. Maybe I won't go for the blue. Maybe I'd go for like a black or a white with like black rims or something. But it's very beautiful. It's a nice car, so I'll go with a solid 8 as well on that one, sir.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Interior. I'm going to give the interior. I'm going to give it a 6. I do like VW interiors.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm going to give it a 6, they've sort of cut back a little bit on the hard plastic doors, and the door handles. They're just black plain plastic, hard black plain plastic. But they could have put a bit of chrome on, to be fair, for how much it costs. It's a little bit small. The seats are a little bit smaller. I know it's a small car, but for a gentleman like myself, I prefer them to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to give the interior a 6.
6.
Would you give it a 6?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to agree again.
Oh, you don't have to, no.
Well, no, because I agree, because overall I think it looks the part. I love the way all the dashboard looks.
There's just certain things that lay down.
It's just, it's nice, it's simple. This is simple, it's nice, and it looks the part. But again, the plastics of it, it doesn't feel that comfortable or look that comfortable. But I really like it. The seats again, they're nice. The seats are, what are the classic seats? These aren't they? Standard.
The iconic GTI seats, yeah.
That's the one.
Moving on to the third point was comfort, or as he says, comfortability.
Comfortability.
Which we've kind of just covered in interior, but
yeah.
Comfortability, comfort, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm a larger person, but the seats, although they are comfortable, they do hug you, they're sports seats. A little bit small for my liking, but then again, it's a small car. If you're a smaller person, you probably have no problem whatsoever. The back, I feel, is a little bit cramped. Again, it's a small car. I keep referring back to just, it's a small car, but a little bit cramped. But for what it is, it's big for what it is.
It's for what it is, yeah. Again, it's a small car, so your comfortability, how much are you expecting from a small car? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, and you said it yourself, 7, and I was going to say a 7, so it just looks like I'm copying you on every one of them. But I was going to say a 7 as well for comfortability, because
I'm glad we agree, because at least you're thinking sort of same.
well, that's what I mean. The comfort is there for a small car, so yeah, there you go. And the sun is in our eyes.
Fourth thing, practicality. Sort of the cubbyhole space, the boot space, and etc, etc. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10, purely because it's a small car and the spaces that are in the car to put things in the boot space, I think is quite adequate, to be fair.
Okay.
It's not trying to be a Range Rover with a Range Rover sized boot. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for that one.
So what we're saying with practicality then, we're basing practicality on spaces inside the vehicle?
Yeah, so cubbyhole
Yeah.
spaces, boot spaces, storage spaces, basically.
Right. What did you give it?
8.
An 8? I'm going to have to give it a 6.
You give it a 6?
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it a 6, just because I don't know where I'm going to fit my fried Mars bar, battered Mars bar. Do you know what I mean? Where can I put my battered Mars bar?
Right, okay. Yeah, to be fair, it hasn't got a tray on the dashboard for your battered Mars bar, has it? So on that one, we'll have to meet in the middle with the 7.
Alright, I'm up for that. A 7.
Yeah.
Stuck in the middle with you. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
The
5th one, performance. Now, I already know what's going on performance. I'm giving the performance a solid 9 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. To be a 10 out of 10, it has to be perfect. But I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10 because I drove the predecessor, the old Polo GTI, and there's actually an old shape Polo behind us. I drove the predecessor, the old Polo GTI, and the performance and the way it handles and the way it sticks to the floor and the way it puts the power down has improved dramatically. So for that reason, I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10.
Solid 9 out of 10.
This one might be a bit hard for you because you haven't experienced an old Polo GTI.
I have.
Have you?
Yeah.
Alright, okay.
I have. Well, we've got to kind of agree on a number, aren't we? And I was going to say an 8 because of its improvements to the old ones, but you know what? I'll go for the 9. We need to agree on it, don't we? So yeah, I'll give it a 9 because it's a vast improvement. It's a fast improvement.
So, total score out of 50. You can see it on your screen now. They're all here somewhere. Total score out of 50 would be 37.
A whacking 37 points.
A whacking 37
out
points.
of 50 points, and that's how we're going to rate our vehicles in future.
It is.
Bada boom.
It is. I think we'll end it there, to be fair.
I think we'll end it there as well.
Definitely.
As always, follow us on all social platforms.
Platforms?
Yes. Of course, we've got the YouTube channel, which obviously you're watching us on YouTube, so just press that subscribe button.
And this is a new YouTube channel, so if you can share it about
yes.
On YouTube, or if you've got a YouTube channel, or you've got a YouTube account, you've all got YouTube feeds, sort of like a Facebook feed.
Yeah.
And you can sort of share stuff on there. Getting onto that subject, please do give it a share. Because everybody loves a share. And of course you can share it on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all other social medias.
Snapchat and SoundCloud. And we are on everything.
Everything that Smash and Gidds is down here.
Yeah, but
obviously, this video, if you liked it, smash the thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, press the dislike button. I mean, to be fair, it's engagement still for us, so.
And that's what we want.
Indeed.
So there we go.
See you guys.
Later.